Hello there and welcome back to the Wandering Wind. Today is Way Back Wednesday. And so today I want to talk about a period of history and time that I think is interesting to me. And it's really just an awesome period of time for me. And today I want to talk about the feudal era in Japan. Now, Japan has not always been the high-tech technological society that it is today. Many centuries ago, Japan was ruled by different warlords that mainly ruled over small parts of the islands that make up the nation of Japan. And they often had what they would call daimyos and warlords and shoguns and stuff like that that would oversee different areas, but at the same time they would all answer to one man. The man that was supposedly appointed by the gods, a son of the sun god Amaterasu, the emperor. The emperor was divinely appointed in the eyes of the people by Amaterasu and the other gods of the pantheon, and his word was law. So, but funnily enough, there's another position that could supersede or stand in place of the emperor, and that was the shogun. Now, the shogun is pretty much a military leader. He oversaw the military, he oversaw the entire armies of Japan. In times of war, he would take the helm as the sole authority. The emperor would become a figurehead, and he would lead the armies into battle. Now, this was an interesting period of time for me because during this time there were samurai, and there were assassins of all different kinds, including the shinobi, which are more commonly known as the ninja. The ninja were very good at their job, and despite what you might think because of Naruto, their main job was stealth and assassination. They were never meant to be seen or heard, and were only meant to do one thing, and that was to kill whoever they were designed or designated to kill. A lot of times, this would come in the form of them, especially the females, posing as prostitutes, and then after the deed was done, killing off the target. That kind of operation is still used today by a lot of spy agencies and foreign assassins and stuff like that, just because it's an easy way of getting into the target's good graces and getting under their security blanket, so to speak, so you can literally stab them in the back or whatever. These days we use stuff like poison. Back then they did too. They would actually take natural poisons from plants and from animals and dip poison darts in them, and then from a great distance they would just use a dart gun, which is basically nothing more than a hollowed out piece of bamboo, and go, and you're dead, you're gone. There were other weapons, there were other tools of the trade that the shinobi and the like would use, like kunai knives, which were mainly meant for throwing as distraction, not so much as weapons like you would believe from Naruto. There were shuriken, which served much the same purpose of distraction. Senbon, which kind of acted like the poison darts in a way. They would often be used as quick thrust items. They wouldn't really be thrown. Really, how do you throw a needle with any amount of accuracy unless you're superhuman? But I digress. This was an interesting period of time, though. This was a wonderfully interesting period of time. And many of our modern art is influenced by Japanese cultures. Lots of our modern take on animation is influenced by Japanese styles of animation. In fact, many American artists, many American animators actually try actively to copy the style of famous anime artists over in Japan because it's so popular even here in the States. So Japan, even in feudal times, was an interesting culture because you had the Tao, which was the ideal of duality, light and dark, male and female, time and space, alpha and omega, stuff like that. Really, the duality of life. Good cannot exist without evil. Light cannot stand without darkness. I cannot be without my other half being as well. It just, and then there was also Shintoism, which was the religion of ancestral worship. They venerated the men and women who had come before, especially within the family. They would have shrines dedicated to the old gods, like Inari, the god of the harvest, whose servants were the foxes or the kitsune, which could grow up to 9 tails, and for every tail, they would live 1,000 years. So there was a lot of interesting cultural and spiritual and just even historical stuff that really happened. I mean, wow. Japan, even back then, was amazing. And even now, it's amazing. In fact, one day I hope to go to Japan and visit some of the ancient shrines, hike up the mountains, go to Akihabara, maybe buy a few foreign exclusive electronics, just have fun, But, I love foreign culture especially. It's awesome. Anyway, that's been my spiel about feudal era Japan, and this was your Wayback Wednesday. You have a great day, and I love you very much. I'll see you again soon, and don't forget to subscribe because I enjoy seeing new people here.